Previously on that bullshit.
I have a genuine plea for everybody. Can we stop creating these biases for individuals who commit crimes? Can we stop looking at bad people doing bad things and trying to create these mythical backstories to get people to feel sorry for them? I watched somebody commit a crime. They're obviously a bad person. I don't need Don Lemon to get on TV and start chanting about white supremacy and storming the Capitol. That's not going to make me feel bad for a criminal. It's not going to make me feel sympathetic for anyone committing a crime. It's going to instill in me a greater hope that they end up in jail and they're locked in it with Big Tyrone, because I have no sympathy for anyone who's willingly committing a crime. I don't care about their backstory. I don't care about their upbringing. I don't care about their mental state. They are somebody doing a bad thing and they need to be locked up, regardless of race, regardless of gender, regardless of ethnicity, whatever excuse you want to throw at me. I want them in jail because they're doing a bad thing.
Two teenage girls who pleaded guilty for their roles in a carjacking that killed an Uber Eats driver have been sentenced to juvenile detention until they turn 21. One of the girls, who was 13 at the time of the crime, appeared Tuesday in family court, where a judge sentenced her to confinement at the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services, which is the maximum sentence. The judge told the girl, who is now 14, that the March 23rd carjacking was terrible and devastating. The other girl, who is 15, was given the same sentence during her court appearance last month. Metropolitan Police said the teens tried to carjack Mohammed Anwar, who is 66, near Nationals Park and assaulted him with a stun gun, causing the vehicle to crash. Anwar, whom his family said was an Uber Eats delivery driver, died at a hospital. Both girls were arrested on murder and armed carjacking charges, while the 13-year-old pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. The 15-year-old pleaded guilty to a felony murder. The other charges were dropped. And you know, I could sit here and celebrate the fact that two idiots who committed a crime are being punished, and eventually, by the time they are legal adults, they will have to deal with Big Medea tossing their salad once they reach the big time jail. But the reason why I'm not happy about this, and the reason I'm a little bit upset, is because for some reason there will be people who try to make the criminals out to be the victims, because for some reason we have to show sympathy to people who commit crimes. Instead of holding them accountable, we must hold their hands like the good little children that they are. Oh, by the way, they tried to carjack someone, they assaulted him with a stun gun, and he later died because of this incident. And for some reason, I can't understand why, but after the car crash, one of these girls was so traumatized, she was trying to flee the scene while also trying to get her phone back, because you know, they care so much about what they just did. For some reason, I can't wrap my head around people who try this. And back when I talked about this a couple months ago, someone was DMing someone else who was spreading the news about this and reposting the video, sharing the video, uploading the video, and for some reason they decided to DM that person to ask them to delete it because that video was hurting the reputation of black people.
Hey, can you unshare the crash video? There's a lot of hate going around black Americans, and the video you shared will spread further hate towards us. Thanks, sweetie. And the person's response to this was, a guy just got murdered and you care more about the reputation of your race? That's awful. Nobody is assuming all black girls are murderers, which is true. So what is the purpose of telling me this? Well, and this is the dumbest response ever. Well, it seems to me the driver cared more about his car than his own life. So it's his own damn fault he died. So you mean to tell me that this person, and a lot of people who think like this person, only care about the reputation of black people, yet seem to not want to acknowledge that black people just were in a video trying to rob somebody and it led to that person dying. Two individuals do not make up an entire race, whether if you're black, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever. Two individuals doing something stupid do not articulate this entire generalization of one race. Stop that. And to sit there and ask somebody to delete footage that is proof of individuals doing a bad thing because you're more focused on the reputation more than the crime, proves to me that a lot of people are only focused on ruining the reputation of certain races, but they're also so protective of their own. Their own could commit the most heinous crimes on planet Earth, but we can't talk about them.
Because in that person's mind, this one instance harms all of Black America. No, it does not. I get that you get in your safe spaces and you think that every situation revolves around Black people, but it does not. These two idiots are their own two idiots. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with my experience as a Black person. That has nothing to do with anything that any other Black person who was never there is involved with. You know why? Because not every single Black person in existence is carjacking people and assaulting them with stun guns. You understand? You understand how that works? Do you understand how the logic there actually is created and understood? It's not by sitting there and saying, we must treat them as innocent human beings who are suffering from oppression and white people and supremacy because they're Black and they can't succeed because, oh my God, they're suffering 24/7. These idiots decided to commit a crime, so now they're doing the time. Anyone who's showing sympathy to them are complete lunatics because for some reason they're doing this thing, and if you spread information about it and you're telling the truth about it and you're telling people what actually went down, oh my God, you're hurting Black America and the reputation that they've strived so hard to build under the gazes of white men stomping on their necks and opportunities, because every single day white people have their feet on the necks of every single Black person to exist. And oh, the poor Black person committing that crime. Oh, the poor Black person robbing a Walgreens. Oh, the poor Black person that just stabbed me and ran away with my wallet. Oh my, they are so sad. Cut the bullshit. If you see a bad and you know it's a bad, don't sit there and make an excuse. And that's not just for Black people. That's for white people. That's for Asians. That's for Chinese. That's for anybody who identifies as a fucking deer. You are doing a bad and it's an obvious bad. No one should be justifying that. If you are that fucking stupid to try that, trust me, something is wrong with you. That is not good. No matter who you are, no matter what the reasons, no matter how much someone is oppressed, it doesn't give them the right to commit a crime. And when they do commit a crime, guess what? They're either going to meet Big Tyrone or Big Medea, and they're going to get their salad tossed because that's what's supposed to happen. All the justifications people want to throw out mean nothing because you're not holding people accountable for the bad that they're actually doing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Reputation means nothing if you're so focused on keeping a false image up while people are destroying the image. The same people that you want to have as this high standard are taking the time to destroy that image. They're not doing a good job. And if you're that stupid to where you don't realize that, trust me, you're gonna have a hard time realizing it in the future when they come for you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.